We can't even control our own borders, but here we are now sending ships and troops to Israel. No doubt because America has done so and our government has to be seen showing loyalty to its master. Israel looks more than capable of taking care of matters from what I've seen. Have we not learned our lesson with foreign conflicts in the past, in Iraq and Afghanistan? And surprise, surprise, the conversation has now turned to us taking in refugees from Gaza, as if we didn't see that coming. This is the Scottish First Minister.
In the past, people in Scotland and across the UK have opened our hearts and our homes. We've welcomed those from Syria, from Ukraine and many other countries. Conference, we must do so again. There are currently 1 million people displaced within Gaza. So therefore, I'm calling today on the international community to commit to a worldwide refugee programme for the people of Gaza. I'm calling on the UK government to take two urgent steps. Firstly, they should immediately begin work on the creation of a refugee resettlement scheme for those in Gaza who want to and, of course, are able to leave. And when they do so, Scotland is willing to be the first country in the UK to offer safety and sanctuary to those who are caught up in these terrible attacks.
Once again, Britain is expected to be a global refuge every time some war or other happens in some other country. That is the dominant narrative now, that it's our tiny island's responsibility to take in the world and import its problems. The fact is, global humanity is a lost cause. There will always be wars and conflicts or places not as prosperous as our tiny island. That does not give everyone unfortunate enough to be in those places the right to come here. It's impossible. Here's an unequivocal fact. Humans will always have the propensity to go to war. It is in our nature. It doesn't take much to create the right vicissitudes to set us off. We are a species of animal, a species of ape. And like any other social species, we have in-groups and out-groups, and those groups go to war over differences. They fight over resources, territory, and dominance. Just look at a pack of wolves in the Canadian wilderness, clans of hyenas or prides of lions on the African savannah, always at war with each other over something or other. And even when there isn't a war, there are tense truces that could ignite at any moment. And it's pretty much the same with humans. If you don't believe me, go watch chimps at the zoo. They are our closest living relatives. It's not our country's place to pick up the pieces left behind by the flaws of human nature. Here in the West, we have done rather well to get past all that to a large extent, and we have things pretty good here in comparison to many places. And understandably, the world wants a piece of our cake. We haven't enough cake for everyone, so they need to learn to bake. The world's problems are not our problems. If we make them our responsibility, we will drown in a sea of never-ending problems that are impossible to fix. It would be suicidal for us to believe we could solve all the world's problems. It would be even more suicidal to think inviting the world to come here will solve the world's problems. It will not. And more importantly, it will create more problems for us that we do not need, or again, even more importantly, want. Time to focus on ourselves and get away from the delusion that the world's plight is our responsibility. It is not.